Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. Happy Tuesday. Um, it's already Tuesday. My name is Vaughn Marie Moniz. I am an event planner and owner of Lovely Events by Vaughn, where we help you keep calm, stay lovely, and party on. So today we are sticking with the Disney theme, and we're comparing the differences between the Disney cruise and the Disney resorts. It really all depends on what kind of Disney experience you want, and if you're making this a couples thing, or if you're going on vacation with the family. Either way, you can make it work. It mostly goes along with what type of Disney experience you want to go with. So the first thing is the pace. So the pace for Disney World is constantly on the go. You have your itinerary. If you are organized like that, you're going to have your itinerary and you're going to have a plan, and you're going to be busy, busy, busy. A lot of walking. And sometimes if you're going with your family, it can get a little hectic, especially if you're just like in the moment and you're just going, there's no plan. It can get a little hectic, and sometimes it feels like you need a vacation from your vacation because there's so much to do, so much to see. And I mean, you're still enjoying yourself, but there's just a lot to do and a lot to see, a lot of walking. So if you're going with small children, it can be a little challenging. So, but it's still a lot of fun. So I want to make sure that I specify that it's still a lot of fun. Just remember that it might get a little hectic. So just as long as you're prepared for that, you're totally fine. On the cruise, it's a slower pace. There's not a ton of walking, although the cruise ships are pretty large, but there's not a ton of walking. It's more of a relaxation type of thing. Still with the Disney theme. So if you're a Disney fanatic, then you're gonna enjoy yourself. It's just a little bit more mellow and a little more chill. And there are activities for kids and adults, of course, and it can easily be made into a honeymoon or a family vacation with kids. So that's a good part about it. The activities, it's going to be a little bit of a difference because, of course, Disney World is going to have a lot more to do. There's a lot more rides, the roller coasters. You have Blizzard Beach, you have Downtown Disney, which is now Disney Springs, I believe. There's just a lot to do for the entire family. So when you're planning your daily schedule, that's going to be there's going to be a lot more there. On the cruise, there's tons of activities, of course, but it's more of shows, concerts, fireworks. You'll get tons of characters there that you'll see. I do believe that one of the cruise lines has like a water kind of roller coaster. But there's not going to be very many roller coasters, although that would be kind of cool if there was a roller coaster on a cruise ship. I don't know, that's pretty cool. But that's the only thing. So if you're really trying to go, like Space Mountain, that's one of my favorites. If you're trying to go see Space Mountain or ride Space Mountain, you're not going to find that on a cruise ship. So just think about what kind of vacation you want to have. The dining experience is going to be a little bit different. When you go to Disney World and you're eating in the parks, it can get a little expensive. Now they have, when I went the first time and when I worked there, we didn't have the little you get the fast pass on a little like wristband thing, the little wristbands. You can get your food there, you can get fast passes on it, you can get anything charged to it, which is pretty amazing to me. But it also can be a little dangerous because, let's face it, I will probably charge everything. So just keep that in mind. It will get a little expensive if you're purchasing a lot of things on the resort, or well, actually on the resort too. But there's ways to go around it. You, of course, do not have to buy all of your meals in Disney World in the park. So there's ways to go around it. But if you want the full dining experience, it might get a little pricey. On the cruise ship, there is a lot of food options, but the best part about it is that when you buy your ticket, your meal plan is already included in there. For some of the cruise lines, alcohol is not included, but fountain drinks and water, all that stuff is included in the ticket price. So just keep that in mind. I believe some of them, Amanda, correct me if I'm wrong, if you're still on here, some of them don't allow alcohol on the ship, I believe. I know that definitely not all of them have an alcohol package, so just remember that. And if you have a picky eater in the family or multiple picky eaters, when you're going to Disney World, there's so many options that it might get a little hectic. So you don't want to be jumping from like restaurant to restaurant to restaurant to try to find, you know, just one individual meal for everybody. You might as well cook at your resort or eat, just order a pizza. You know what I mean? On the cruise ship, you have all of those options in one place, so you don't have to go to multiple different restaurants. So that's a plus from the dining experience. And you can purchase some meal plans that include the characters at Disney World, but and the same thing goes on the cruise ship. So if you're interested in that, that's something that you can look into. The planning, that's my next one. Planning for Walt Disney World. There's not a lot of paperwork, obviously. You have to buy the tickets, book your resort and your hotel and your flight, or a rental if you're taking a rental. Purchase your meal plans if that's something you're looking into. And the planning can be a little bit more stressful. But when you're doing the cruise, there's just the down payment that includes everything except for alcohol, or most of them except for alcohol. And the day before you go, you can just plan whatever shows you want to see or concerts, or you can just go with the flow. That's the nice thing about a cruise. You can just go with the flow and figure out what you want to do when you're there. So that's another option. But for the cruise, the only thing you need to make sure, if you're going to like the Bahamas or anything, any of the ports, you need to make sure that you have your passport with you. So that's one major thing that you have to remember to do. The pricing, you can't really determine an exact price for Walt Disney World because, like I said, there's so many things that you can do, so many things that you can opt out of. That's the nice thing. You can kind of set a budget and stick with the budget for the most part. On the cruise ship, the pricing, you know it when you're booking it. It's going to be that. With the meals and the experiences, all of that, you're pretty much going to know. Most of the times, the only thing that you have to worry about is, souvenirs and gifts and stuff like that. But since everything else is paid, that's totally fine. You can splurge on that. So those are the major things that you have to think about when you're looking into doing a cruise versus a resort, Disney resort or Disney cruise. Either way, it's a vacation. You will always remember whether it was, you'll remember it and you'll make memories. Hopefully you'll make memories, good ones. But it's a Disney cruise. It's, like I said, it's the happiest place on earth. Whether you're on a cruise or you're at the resort. So just do your research and kind of decide early on what kind of Disney experience you want to have. And who's to say that you can't do both? I mean, you can go on the cruise and then spend some time in the theme park after you've landed or gone into the port, whatever you say. Or you can do it the opposite way. You can go to the theme parks and then get on your cruise and still enjoy a whole Disney experience. You don't have to stick to just one. And if you are going to do that, I suggest just to get, stay near your port and just get like a park hopper or something like that, or just pick one of your favorite parks and just go visit that. So you don't have to stick to just one. There's no right or wrong way to do it. But just set early on what kind of experience you want to have, set your budget, and yeah, so that's about it. So I know there's someone on here that has gone on both or one or the other, so please make sure to leave your suggestions in the comment box, in the comment section below, and let us know which one do you prefer, some pros and cons. Let us know, because there's someone out there, like I always say, there's someone out there that is probably looking to do a Disney cruise or Disney resort and they're not sure. So your input would definitely be appreciated by myself and someone else. So thank you guys for tuning in. That was all I have for today. So I will see you guys tomorrow, Wednesday. Yes. Bye.